Hello children, how are you? Hope good. This is Shah Khan and I'm back with my new ICSE video on my YouTube channel Urban Learning with ULV. I'd begin this video by thanking all of you who posted such good comments on my previous video. Some of the comments were among the best that I've received on any of my videos. It is this that makes my very small channel with yes, very limited content and yes, very irregular frequency going. This is what keeps it going. So thank you very much to all of you again. Thank you very much. Let's get to the task at hand. So what did we study in the previous video? We had studied that how Cassius had interpreted the fury of the elements of nature as something that was symbolic of everything that was bad in Rome, some symbolic of everything that was evil in Rome. He had not mentioned it directly, but the fingers were pointing at Julius Caesar. We all know that, right? And the implications in his tone were quite clear that if there's evil around, it has to be removed. But for that, the Romans needed to be mentally strong. The Romans needed to be mentally strong. And various aspects of Cassius's character, like his communication skills, obviously, his manipulative skills, his fearlessness, and his political acumen were all at display at the forefront for the audience to see. Right. So this was about the previous video. Let's start the text now from where we left in the last video. Casca. Indeed, they say the senators tomorrow mean to establish Caesar as a king, and he shall wear his crown by sea and land in every place save here in Italy. Cassius, I know where I'll wear this dagger, then Cassius from bondage will deliver Cassius. Nor stony towers, nor walls of beaten brass, nor airless dungeon, nor strong links of iron can be retentive to the strength of his blade. But life, being weary of these worldly bars, never lacks power to dismiss itself. If I know this, know all the world besides that part of tyranny that I do bear, I can shake off at pleasure. Thunder. Casca, so can I, so every bondman in his own hand bears the power to cancel his captivity. Right, so Casca says that tomorrow the senators are planning to officially crown Caesar as the king of all the territory under the Roman Empire, whether it is the land or sea, except the land of Rome itself, which would be ruled by a senate only. Except the land of Rome, which would be ruled by a senate only. No monarchy in Rome. Okay, so pause for a moment and think what would be the thought process of those who are opposed to the idea. Their thought would be that sooner or later it was a matter of time that monarchy prevailed in Rome. It was only a matter of time before monarchy prevailed in Rome. They could argue that all the territory under the Roman Empire should be done by senates only. The conspirators were bound to think that very soon, Caesar was going to have absolute power. Very soon, Caesar was going to have absolute power. Cassius says he knows where he will put his dagger then, obviously in his heart to kill himself. He says people have been endowed with the power to kill themselves, wherein even the weak become strong. Now, is this how we view suicide? No. For us, suicide would always be a cowardly act, irrespective of the circumstances, and we can never support it or praise it. But this is stoicism for you. What is this? This is stoicism for you. Now, what is stoicism? Stoicism is a holistic philosophy that combines mind, body, and soul to attain inner virtues. It's a holistic philosophy that combines mind, body, and soul to attain inner virtues, and it uses logic, physics and ethics to arrive at conclusions, not without reason. It's not something that has come up, sprung up from the mind, it is based on total reasoning. Now, there are many facets to it, and one of the important aspects of stoicism is that the length of the life does not matter. The length of the life does not matter. What matters is how virtuously you lead the life. How virtuous you are in life. And if it becomes impossible to lead a virtuous life, options are open, right? So, and Romans adhered to this in principle as well as in practice. It's very evident from what Cassius said that he follows it in principle and he's going to put it into practice if need be, right? So the Romans adhered to it in principle and practice, right? And this stoicism has been dealt with in a very deft and subtle manner by Shakespeare. And we'll also deal with it as and when we come across. Okay, so now let's get back to the explanation of the text. Cassius says that no towers built of stones, which would be strong only, nor any strong brass walls which have, nor any strong brass walls, nor any cells or jails which do not have enough air or space inside them can imprison the soul. No cells, no jails which do not have even enough air or enough space can imprison their soul or spirit. Now, what do you have here? What figure of speech do you have here? You have hyperbole. Now, soul cannot be contained in man-made physical structure. So, where does soul lie? Soul lie inside the body. Soul lies inside the body. Okay, it does not. No one can capture, take it out from the body and capture it in a building or any other man-made structure. So, right. So, this is hyperbole. This is exaggeration to drive home the point. Okay, that it cannot be imprisoned. It's not going to be captured by Julius Caesar or whatsoever, or the powers that are going to be in the future in Rome. Okay. So this is hyperbole. He says, if life becomes too tough for the soul to bear, it has got the power to finish it. Now, again, you have metaphor here. Their worldly verse is used for life's problems, constraints, and limitations. Now, obviously, if Caesar comes to power, for Cassius, going to be it's going to be full of problems, full of limitations, full of constraints. So, worldly verse here is metaphor for life's problems, constraints, and limitation. Okay, and Cassius announces, now he does not say, he announces that the world should know. World should know. What does the world need to know? The world needs to know that the tyranny that he is bearing at the moment, he has the power to finish it off at his pleasure. He has the power to finish it off at his pleasure by killing himself. Right? And that is what he announces to the world, that he has power to finish off his tyranny. Okay? He need not worry if he wants, if and when he feels the need, he can finish off this tyranny. Now, Casca also agrees to what Brutus says. He says that he can also do it, and he says that every bondman in his own hands bear the power to end the captivity of tyranny. Okay, and there's thunder and lightning, which shows that the signs of the nights, of the dangerous nights, continue. Cassius, and why should Caesar be a tyrant then? Poor man, I know he would not be able, but that he sees the Romans are but sheep. He were no lion, we are not Romans, hence. Those that with haste will make a mighty fire begin with it weak straws, begin it with weak straws. What trash is Rome, what rubbish and what offal. When it served for the base matter to eliminate, so while when it serves for the base matter to eliminate so vile a thing as Caesar. But oh grief, what hast thou led me? I perhaps speak this before a willing bondman. Then I know my answer must be made, but I am armed, and dangers are to me indifferent. Casca, you speak to Casca, and to such a man that is no fleering telltale. Hold my hand, be factious for the redressal of all these griefs, and set this foot of mine as far as who goes farthest. Now, Cassius asks a question. Why has Caesar become a tyrant? And he answers the question himself. He says that Caesar would not be a wolf if it was not that the Romans were sheep. You have metaphors galore here. In this line and the succeeding lines, you have lots of metaphors. Okay, metaphors all around. Okay, and he says that Caesar is no lion, but the Romans are deer, and hence he is a lion. Okay, again you have metaphor here. Caesar is wolf, and Caesar is lion, and Romans are deer. Okay, now he compares the rise of power of Caesar to a mighty fire. He's again, this mighty fire is again a metaphor. Okay, he says that those who build big fires quickly begin it with weak straws, twigs. Okay, it's not that all of a sudden the fire lights up. It has a humble beginning, and it starts from something very lowly, something very humble. And that humble thing, that very lowly thing, is twigs, trash, rubbish. Okay, and it is Rome that has allowed Caesar to rise to power. Okay? Rome is the weakling that has allowed Caesar to power. Rome is the base matter. Rome is the trivial thing. Rome is the trash that has allowed Caesar to rise to power. It has allowed something very trivial to shine, something as worthless as Caesar to illuminate. Okay, and you have anaphora here. Okay, what trash is Rome, what rubbish, and what offal. Now there's repetition of the words to emphasize home the point. And what the point is? The point is that Rome is trash that has allowed, Rome is worthless that has allowed Caesar to rise to power. Okay, now you can see here that Cassius changes his tone. Here his manipulative skills are at display. He had a long conversation with Casca, and during the conversation, what he has done, he has softened Casca up. He has softened Casca up, and now he strikes when the dot is hot, and uses reverse psychology here also. Here he uses reverse psychology also. Okay. He says that, oh, what has grief done to him? Where has it led him? He has spoken this to someone who wants to be a slave. He has spoken this in front of a willing bondman. Then he must pay for it. He will have to pay for what he has done now, for the error that he has committed. But he says he has got the power to kill himself. Stoicism for you. Huh? This is Stoicism. He has got the power to kill himself, and hence dangers are unimportant to him. Casca tries to drive home his point that he's okay with whatever has been said. He agrees with what Cassius has said. He says that he was not speaking to a flatterer. He was speaking to a loyal man and not to a person who liked flattery or who liked gossip. And he asks Cassius to take his hand and make him join any group or faction that he was forming to redress the issues of Romans. Any group that would make right the wrong that have been happening in Rome and will continue to happen with greater intensity if not stopped presently. And he said that he would go to any length, as far as anyone can go. And for what? Obviously, the good, glory, and honor of Rome. So here we would stop today. Today we'll stop here only, okay? And in the next video, I'll try and finish scene 3 of Act 1, and that would finish the Act 1 also, okay? So that's it, children. I hope you have understood the things well. If you have any doubts, you can post it in the comment section. Keep watching, keep liking, and keep subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching the video.